Media.
Yo, it's Lincoln Roy, Younger Law. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Came in the game, I'm from the streets. I seen the murder, blood on the streets, a homicide. Call the police, go get the burner. It's no justice. Niggas don't fight no more. Niggas just empty the clip and reload. He serving time, do a life, no parole. He pulled the trigger, listen, friend of foe. Gangsta, don't let them change it. I seen the youngin', I used to hoop, but end up in bullshit. Throw up your hood, they shot him dead. He on the news clip, they on revenge. Young nigga a nuisance, hoes on the line. Tell me if the shoe fits, all grind, all muscle. Riding solo, can't trust you. Get the bag, make it double. This is a war between friends. Earning stripes, get you caught in the pen. On the block, bitches fussing again. I'm on my grind, bread coming in. This is a war between friends. Earning stripes, get you caught in the pen. On the block, bitches fussing again. I'm on my grind, bread coming in. You in the jungle, young nigga rumble. Just when I fumble, I need the bag. I need the diamonds dancing around my neck. Three-headed monster ball in Brooklyn Nets. I need the big body whip. I steer ships. I need the condo all up in the hills. It's Younger Law, I'm the business. I need a couple of pounds. I'm about to break it all down. Rolling some spliffs, pass it around. Do say I sip up in the hood. Trust, niggas forget. Get what you give. Niggas don't chill. Shots fired, broad day. Light flash, comment the light. He selling lean, he selling weed. Making up scams, gather a band. This is a war between friends. Earning scraps, get you caught in the pen. On the block, bitches fussing again. I'm on my grind, bread coming in. This is a war between friends. Earning scraps, get you caught in the pen. On the block, bitches fussing again. I'm on my grind, bread coming in. Top ramen, shrimp stay lobster, living life just like a mobster. Fuck the feds, they tryna stop us. Fuck the snakes, they tryna rat on us. #1 rule, just keep your cash up. He got religious, now he tryna fast. Do your dirt, first gonna be last, huh? Catch a case. The life and times of the great, the life and times of a nigga who's slipping. I pay my dues cause it's hot in the kitchen. 100 racks, I'm off on the mission. I hit a lick, re-up on my count it up, baby, it is what it is. The struggle continues, no need to pretend. When the streets talk, do you know he the man? He keep a tuck on the way to the bins. This is a war between friends. Earning stripes, get you caught in the pen. On the block, bitches fussing again. I'm on my grind, bread coming in. This is a war between friends. Earning stripes, get you caught in the pen. On the block, bitches fussing again. I'm on my grind, bread coming in.
Yo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good, everybody? This is the TFNMP podcast with your host, DJ Punch.
And I'm the coolest motherfucker on the planet, CoolAzzCam.
And as always, this episode and all episodes are brought to you by Innovative Culture. Make sure you follow Innovative Culture on Instagram at innovative.culture. Make sure you follow the podcast as well at the TFNMP podcast. While you at it, follow your boy at I am DJ Punch. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the whole Shabam Boo, baby. Where they following you at, Cam?
Y'all can follow me at CoolAzzCam. COOLAZZCAM.
Yes, sir. Normally we go into a little bit of a rant sometimes, but today we got a guest and he had a little bit of input on, the first subject we talking about. We're going to be talking about traffic, especially because my ass was sitting in some traffic before I got here. Yeah. But, we got Lincoln Roy in the fucking building. What's good, Brody?
What's the deal, man? Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you coming through, bro. You came in with the positive energy off top, the good vibes and everything.
Sir.
And normally, to be honest with you, I'm not a person that talks about vibes a lot because I was always like, man, that shit kind of... I don't know why, but I always felt like that shit was a little bit corny until I started to legitimately find people that have really good vibes, and then I'm like, okay, maybe that shit's real. I appreciate that though, bro. Hell yeah. But anyways, man, you want to plug anything? Give your Instagram, anything, any websites?
Shit, y'all can follow me at _Lincoln Roy _LINCOLNROY. That's for every social media platform. Check me out on Spotify. Run them numbers up,
Yes, sir. We just watched the music video. What's the name of that video?
War Between Friends. That's the latest single of 2021. It's 1 out of 4. So, we just dropping it consistently.
That's dope. That's the biggest thing with music these days. You got to drop everything consistently.
Yes, sir.
It's difficult to put a lot of music out. Because, to be honest with you, it's expensive to do shit like that these days.
I was just talking about that. You can put together a body of work. That could take you a year and a half.
Right.
Okay, but what about consistently dropping on a 30-day basis, promo marketing, visual, blog placement, show?
A lot of people don't even think about some of the steps that you mentioned because you talked about blog placement, right? I mean, even shows. Because some people put out a project and they have no plans or no type of a game plan for any type of shows. You got to show yourself.
In the studio recording music.
You feel me? That's half
that's
of it,
all
though.
they got. But they ain't got no plan together. They don't have, what an independent artist should have, and that's you know, a lot of it is a team behind
you.
these people too, because these teams, you know, they all play different positions.
Thank you. A team goal is to win. A group just hang around each other.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes a lot of sense.
That's
because,
real.
But you know what? Like I say all the time, it took me a little bit of time to understand that or even, you know, grasp that idea, because I was always that person that, to be honest with you, was on my own shit. You know what I mean? Because I had a family, you know, way before a lot of the homies started having families.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about like I was 16 or nothing like that, but at the same time, people were going to clubs at 21,
Right.
22, 23, and
Okay.
I already had a son. You know, so for me, I had to fall back on a lot of that stuff. So I didn't find my lane or meet up with a lot of different people until later on in life.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So to find a team and to be able to put together a team and to learn everything that you were already talking about is something that took me a while to even grasp.
It's a journey.
It's a journey, bro,
It's a
and
journey.
sometimes it's a long journey for people. You know what I mean?
It's a journey, bro. You gotta embrace it.
Yep. And speaking of long ass journeys, we're gonna talk about this fucking traffic, bro. I live in fucking Glendale. I swear to God, Cam, it says 25 fucking miles from Glendale to Signal Hill.
Right.
25 miles, bro. So in my head, because I'm going 65 miles an hour on the freeway, it should take me what? 25 fucking minutes, right?
30 max.
30 max.
Well,
I even give
depends
it the
on
little
time of
5-minute
day,
buffer.
You know,
X Factor.
bro, it's a weekday.
But Christmas break.
Okay, but
That
for
off top
who?
would have had me
I
thinking
think
like
people
traffic.
still-
Offices closed down and shit.
Nah, people still going to work.
Go on vacation.
I think a lot of
Fucking New
that's
Year.
not shutting down until Christmas Eve, and that's think about it. I worked in a lot of restaurants and shit, right? So it was always busy on the holidays. People was there
That's
because
where
they
the
didn't
money
want to cook for themselves.
Thank you.
No matter what holiday.
I will tell
That's
you
a
what.
perfect point, though.
I've gone to plenty of fast food restaurants, you know, within the past few days, especially this past week, and gone through and even driven by a bunch of drive-throughs, and that shit is outside the fucking driveway at this point. People don't want to fucking cook.
Nobody want to cook.
Yep, and people don't want to pay them high-ass DoorDash prices either.
So they gonna just sit in that line real quick. That's the same concept, really.
People going outside.
If you don't want to cook, you don't want to pay for delivery.
Hell
right?
no. That convenience is a sumbitch though. Because there's been times, bro, when I've sat there and like on some down the street type shit where it's like I'm laying in bed, it's warm as fuck. You know what I mean? Like I'm comfortable. I done got in like a little mood. I'm like editing. I'm on a roll on some shit.
Yeah.
Now I got a DoorDash. Now I got an Uber Eats.
What's that estimated 45?
So if I was to go pick up food, or even if a pizza like delivery spot was to tell me 45 minutes, I would fucking trip.
Yeah, you'll be like, bro.
I'd be like 45 fucking minutes, but for some reason,
chicken or something.
but for some reason, when you type that shit out in the little fucking app and it says 45 minutes, like it makes me feel a little bit better to where I'm like, all right, cool, I could deal with this.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I mean, like
Same
I said,
concept of the traffic. It
People-
ain't like you gonna call the Uber.
exactly. People are willing to pay for fucking convenience. Always. People are always willing to pay for fucking convenience, unless you ain't got it.
Yeah.
Because if I got it, I'm paying that shit.
I could second that shit.
So you can have it one day and then tomorrow, like, fuck it, man, I gotta go and actually walk in here and get my shit. 'Cause-
Hey, fuck it, bro. I was living good that one day.
Yeah.
You go
I
from
think
that
everybody want to have that luxury. You know, everybody want to feel like that at least once.
Yeah, like somebody just delivered my food. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Once a week. Everybody wants to feel that way once a fucking week. At
I'll
least.
order on a Sunday.
Yeah, I remember when
I'm
eating,
watching football.
How
I
did
don't
y'all
wanna
grow?
move.
How did y'all grow up? Because I remember growing up, eating out was like a Friday night thing.
Eating out was like Tony Roma's at Universal City Walk, or like it was weekends. My people was Caribbean, so my mom throwing down in the kitchen.
It'd be after church.
Yeah,
the
it'll be
buffet
after
after
church
church.
or something. Yeah, something like that. Like, you know, that was really it.
That was your special meal.
Honestly,
Tony Roma's?
For me, when I was like elementary, yeah. For
What was
sure.
your special meal,
I
Cam?
always went to Red Lobster for my birthdays and shit.
Okay.
Like that was all my favorite place as a
Cheddar
kid.
biscuits.
Yeah.
Cheddar biscuits?
Cheddar biscuits. You find you a girl that know how to
Till I
make the
ended up
cheddar
working
biscuits to
there.
taste just like Red Lobster, bro. You found the one.
Facts.
That's real shit. Ah, shit. I remember going to Red Lobster used to be tops though when I was a kid, because I used to think about how fancy restaurants were, and I would like judge things. You know, you kind of
Right.
give
You
them
thought
their
that
basis.
was some
You know what I
fancy
mean?
shit
That was
until
like
you really see some fancy shit, you know?
I didn't. When was the first time you seen some really fancy shit?
Lowry's, the prime rib. In Beverly Hills.
In Beverly Hills.
Yeah. That was
At
like
what
some
age did you start going there for your birthday? Because I know you used to go there for your birthday.
Nah, we went there for my dad's birthday. That's the shit he always wanted. So, like, I always wanted to tag along for that experience because I loved that like they had what was this like some corn? I don't know, bro.
Corn. It's a steakhouse. He talking about the corn.
The sides, bro, to accommodate the steak and all that, bro. Like, come on. Yeah, pause. But you know what I meant.
That shit funny. I think the first time I like sat down and went to a fancy restaurant. No, it wasn't even like a fancy restaurant like that. I had went on a cruise when I was a kid with my parents, right? And it was like every night they had a special dinner, and we had went one night. It was like, all right, this is the night we gonna go, and you had to wear like a tie and everything. And I had went to that shit.
I feel okay.
And you know what I mean?
It was like a dance floor and everything.
It was like a dance floor.
Okay,
It was like a ball.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? I sat down. I had what's that shit called? A cummerbund. Yeah. I had that shit on. You know what I mean? I
was out there on some fly shit.
I was on some fly shit, bro. My shoes were shiny like the whole bamboo, baby. You know? Fucking pants was creased. I was out there. You want to know what made it fancy? Like the outfit?
What?
I had to put it in one of those bags that had a hanger on it already.
Yeah.
And I had to throw that shit over my shoulder.
That's when you knew.
That's when you knew you was about to be on some fly shit.
Yeah, we ain't gonna mess this one up.
Yeah.
I've only used that shit.
I had a select few of them moments. Not too many in my life. It was
like a wedding where you were fucking groomsman.
Yeah, somebody's wedding, somebody's like something.
My dream is to travel with one of them bags just to look like I'm doing some shit.
You see that person at the airport.
You do.
They don't look at nobody. They just be keeping it pushing.
That's because they're probably the most I've been here before people in the world.
Facts.
And that's how I feel like I want to walk around. I feel like I want to walk around like I've been here before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We go everywhere looking like tourists because it's our first time there.
Well, that's the thing, bro. Okay,
it be like that because I haven't been on a cruise, so just that part alone.
Bro,
I'm just gonna take full advantage. Like, oh man, I can go over there to the shuffleboard. I can do all. I'm doing all this shit. Yeah. Just because I wanted to have all the experiences of
that's
the cruise.
where I learned what a Shirley Temple was.
Oh, the Sprite with the cherry, the
so
grenadine.
they had so I thought that was some fancy shit too, because I had made friends. I had made friends with a homie like that was like from Oklahoma or some shit, and he has a little card, bro. And if you find somebody with the card on the cruise, they got the unlimited drinks card, bro. You gotta be friends with them, cause you pull up and then they be like, "Let me get 2 Roy Rogers," and that shit was cool, cause we was kids, bro. He was like, "Let me get 2 Shirley Temples with
the cherry in it, yeah.
With the cherry in it, bro. That shit was fucking dope." I want my kids to experience that. You know what I mean? I want my kids to order Shirley Temples on the deck of a cruise.
Yeah, that's dope.
Shit,
that's a hell of an
Why can't I want that for my kids?
Yeah. Facts.
What was the first time you ever felt like you was like at a fancy restaurant?
It would have to be the wedding conversation. It was in Culver City. It was I don't know if it was called Crystal or something, but my uncle, he had got custom African like garment.
Ooh.
Yeah. Cream loafers with the gold strip.
What that material feel like?
Shit.
Bro, I never wear nothing like that ever again. Like, that was my first time really feeling like, yo, like, I got a custom fit 101.
Damn. You know how many times?
That's when I was turned up. I was like,
bro,
okay.
You know how many times I see some stuff and I be like, I wonder how that material feel. Like, that shit probably feel nice and airy and comfortable.
It's heavy, but it's not like...
It's not hot.
It's not hot. But it's like a shirt that's fitted, and then it's a garment over it that go long, and then the pants are creased, but they not slacks, but they not jeans.
They like Diddy's party pants.
Yeah, like you can move with them, but they don't look like jeans, you know.
Diddy's party pants.
Diddy's party pants.
You ever seen Diddy
black joints, the linen joints? You know when Diddy be like, what's that place that they be at over there, the East Coast, when they be going to like it be like during the summer.
The Hamptons.
The Hamptons.
It's that type.
They be like Diddy
the
and the Hamptons.
Yeah, everybody got their specific look. You feel me? That was that, and they had gourmet.
That shit was probably comfortable as fuck. What was the food? What was they serving up?
Caribbean oxtail, rice and beans, plantain, potato salad.
Sound like something Chef Zaga would make.
Tamales, panades, garnachas. You know, Central America. You know, spice, flavor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What else? The desserts was crazy. So
man.
that was one of them. I'll forget that day.
Yeah, bro. I've known you for about 20 minutes, and you've mentioned food like 4 times, bro. I know you like the food was cracking, bro.
Oh yeah, man.
What's your favorite spot to eat out here?
On a weekday, I go to like Bossa Nova on the weekday.
Okay.
Ooh.
On the weekend, like anywhere on Sunset, that could be Chin Chin, that could be Pink Taco, that could be like the Grove Cheesecake Factory. It could be It could kind of be most likely off Sunset or like by the water. If I want to go and spend some money.
You want an experience?
Yeah, I might spend $2 tonight. That's cool.
I had to learn that.
You know what I'm saying?
I had to
That's
learn.
cool.
Hey,
A
I had
glass
to
of
learn that
wine.
too. There was a difference
You know what I'm
between
saying?
going out to dinner and paying for dinner or
Yeah.
going out for an experience.
Right.
And I had to learn that shit like not the hard way, but I had to learn that shit like after I was in a long ass relationship, and then like I became single again, and then I had to like realize like, nah, you gotta pay for an experience. It's not necessarily like, all right, let's go to Fridays.
Nah, it's not the same.
Fridays is like we've been together 7 years. Like let's go to Friday. Like what's up, babe? What we eating tonight? Fuck it, let's go to Fridays.
Let's go to
You know what I mean? But
Fridays.
we like
That's
date
what
night.
getting out
But
turned into.
date night. Like you gotta get a little dressed up for date night.
Yeah, you feel me?
You know, that's just. I think that's like
that's what I be on.
that's one of the rules.
I feel that.
What you like to eat at, Cam?
Man, I've been eating a lot of. Man, I don't know. We eat the same shit.
We went to Korean barbecue the other day, bro. That shit was fire.
Yeah, they do be having the rice with the
I like
salad.
that rice.
But that's not something I do on a normal, right?
Okay,
So I go
okay.
in there and he gotta like break shit down to me and explain it. Like,
what's
yeah.
number 3 and shit. Like what come with
He
that.
got the whole menu. Like, yeah, man, I do this shit.
So that's
like,
your shit, and you just be introduced to it.
yeah.
The funny part was that's
Okay.
my shit, right? Like I enjoyed it, and I wasn't the type of person that enjoyed it because my biggest issue, and I can go eat Korean barbecue with CoolAzzCam. Let me tell you why. My biggest issue with Korean barbecue, plain and simple, why am I paying this much money to cook my own fucking food?
Okay, that's your point.
It should come out cooked already.
Exactly. So I pointed out, you know, we made decisions at the table and was like, we getting this, and this, and this, and this. CoolAzzCam cooked that shit how CoolAzzCam liked the fucking food cooked. And we was all good, bro. I was sitting back chilling.
Okay.
So I believe that I can go
All right.
eat Korean barbecue with CoolAzzCam. There's certain people I can't go eat Korean barbecue with. If you're gonna sit there and not involve yourself, then I got an issue. Like you gotta help someone.
Yeah, I'm not just gonna sit over there in the corner in the booth and just be like,
cut some meat up. You know what I mean? Get the sides
Give
in
me
order.
the
or
tongs.
something.
I'ma flip this shit. Let me figure out the hot spot on the grill right
And,
here.
and Cam the type of person that like the food fully cooked, so I gotta trust that. You know what I mean? Because worst come to worst, even if it's just a little bit dry, which
so
it
the
wasn't.
steak
You know what
gotta
I
be
mean?
well done.
Yeah, you're not gonna get. Nah.
Not for me.
I eat like a medium well.
Okay,
I eat
It
a
could be
medium.
like lightly pink.
Okay. I just have to.
I
figure it out.
eat a medium steak. There's nothing wrong with I think a medium steak like that shit.
That's cool. You put the A1 sauce on each steak.
That's the one. Okay, that's one thing for me.
You kind of have
That's
to.
one thing for me. Do not take me to a fancy steakhouse if you're gonna get embarrassed when I ask for A1. I'm gonna ask for A1.
right?
No. I'm gonna put A1 on my shit
Yeah,
regardless.
for sure. That's kind of the only.
You gotta have some type of steak sauce at your establishment in order to sell steak.
There's some
you
places, dog. There's some chefs that look at like they feel like the way I prepared it and the way I serve it to you is the way you're supposed to eat that shit.
You know
So it's
why?
almost like slapping them in the face if you ask for steak
That's
sauce.
why when
I'm
we go
gonna
to
ask
your
for that
house,
shit.
Because
though.
that's the game. They saying it's steak without the gravy. It's all
Nah,
season.
you can't bring
That's
the
what they
steak
trying
without
to
the
tell
gravy. You need the sauce.
You need the sauce. I feel like you should, like even if you're keeping it somewhere in the back and you gotta like huff and puff and you go
You
get
gotta
my
go
shit.
open the
Go
box
get me,
to go get it. That's cool with me.
Yeah, that's cool with me. Just bring me the shit.
So yeah, any restaurant y'all gotta have y'all sauce game up.
For real, A1. And don't bring me that fucking house sauce like, oh, we made it here. It's like A1. Nah, bitch, I want real
Sauce
shit.
game up, man.
I'm gonna need that real A1 sauce. Don't bring me that fucking, oh, this is house-made steak sauce. Like, nah, bitch, this is fucking watered down ass
sauce
gravy.
game up, man.
Shit, that shit.
Y'all gotta get y'all sauce game up. Hey, I fuck with that.
I don't know, man. I've been eating a lot of seafood lately. That's something I normally wouldn't eat. Seafood.
Tilapia,
I've been
fish.
fucking with a lot of crab legs, man.
A lot of crab. Would you been having like a craving for that shit or something?
Yeah, I have.
So crab legs are good, but to get to the crab legs, again, it's the fucking issue for me. I know it seems like I'm complaining, but
You can go to Costco and buy that shit and make it yourself. Or, you know, you can go
I'm
pay
not
for
talking
the
about.
experience.
I'm talking about cracking the motherfuckers open.
Well, if you go pay for the experience, they'll have them motherfuckers crack for you
For
already.
real?
And yeah, off the shell, like the
Where
shell
they
is
do that
split
at?
in half, and that shit laid out on the plate, and it's fully like in the leg. Like that shit is amazing.
Where they do that at? They reconstruct the fucking crab.
They real good at cracking them motherfuckers. They know what they doing. They cut it with the scissors. They got shears.
I think they do that at Boiling Crab.
But you can also look up the technique on YouTube.
I went to a spot in
I did
Redondo
listen to on
Beach.
YouTube.
Dondo Beach.
At the pier right there,
I know what you're
Redondo
talking
Beach, and they did that right there.
Damn.
that's-
And that's like on the water, like one of those
That's
experiences,
a nice.
you know.
That's an experience spot. Yep.
That's crazy. That
Makes sense.
They glaze them with the butter for you and all that. It's laid out on the plate. Well, whatever size you want,
with
bro.
the butter
Come on.
and everything.
And the water's right outside the window.
So how was that experience for you, bro?
It was great. I need to experience that again. Now that I'm thinking about it.
I feel like you deserve that experience. CoolAzzCam.
It's kind of cold right now, you know. Maybe not right now.
It's for
That's
sure
crazy
cold over
thing.
there.
Like you talk about like the weather right now. I see a lot of people complaining about the heat because supposedly it's like
Motherfuckers
it's not
don't complain
cold
regardless,
No, they
man.
are. They are.
It's too hot. Oh, it's too. Man, it's like what the fuck you want?
I seen people complaining
Just-
about people that sleep with the fan on and it's cold. I'm one of them people.
I saw you posted that shit. You was
Hell
like,
yeah.
that's me. I'm the one
I
that
sleep with
always
the fan on.
I got
Hell yeah.
both of them on.
Yeah, I'll run.
But you got a big ass blanket on with the fan still on you.
The big ass Mexican
and
blanket.
a little bit of the heater so it don't just get too cold. Like
Damn near start a tornado in that bitch.
I can't do that shit. I'll be cold.
But you, all right, you get cold easy though.
Exactly. So I sleep like with the heater on and shit. All that. Fuck a fan.
They be anemic people when the cold start coming. The anemic people start hiding and shit. They be fucking wearing sweatpants underneath jeans and shit.
I'm about to bundle the fuck up. I have like 3 fucking shirts on and the big
That,
ass
bro.
sweater.
I've always waited for the cold season to come because it be my time to shine, bro. It's big man season right now,
when
bro.
it's time to dress and it's cold, that's when you see who really could put something together. You feel me?
That's like when you judge the outfits. That's when you can really judge it.
That's when you really could be like, oh, you put, because it's summertime, it's hot outside. You don't really gotta do too much.
I was talking about summertime like clothing, right?
Right.
You can get away with. Now, I'm not saying everywhere, but you can get away with walking around basketball shorts in the summertime, just the way you can get away with wearing like sweats in the wintertime or whatever, right? But you can't dress up basketball shorts the way you can kind of dress up some like say for instance sweat shorts. You could dress up sweat shorts, bro. You can put a whole fit together with sweat shorts. You can get in the club with sweat shorts, but you ain't getting in the club
As long as
with
they got
basketball
pockets
shorts.
on them and shit.
Yeah, you straight.
Is that the rule? As long as the bitches got pockets on them, like you good, you get in the club.
I think you gotta have the 2 side pockets and the
And you
back
gotta
pocket.
have one back pocket for the wallet.
Yep.
And then you be straight.
That's a legit sweatpant.
Yeah.
But man, you know how easy your wallet fall out of them fucking pockets, bro?
Yeah,
real, though.
them sweatpants.
I done tried that
pockets,
before.
I ain't gonna lie, like it was years ago, but I used to rob motherfuckers wearing sweatpants.
Yeah.
Pause. Like if you had the motherfucking you had the money hanging out the fucking side, bro, you getting robbed, B.
Certain niggas wasn't getting robbed. So I can say certain niggas wasn't getting robbed.
Why you wearing pants? Why you wearing pants at the bar, B? You should have dressed up a little bit better.
That's
People
what I-
don't think that's an experience because they go there fucking every day. So they get comfortable. When they say, I'm going to just wake up and, you know, I'm going here. Or
If
I
that
just got off
happens,
work.
yeah, I was about to
and
say
I'm going here.
you fresh off. It's happy hour probably, and you just in there like fuck it.
Yeah, that's cold.
You
I mean,
done had
the
your
older I
work
got, the
pants
worse
on
I
all
felt
day.
about it.
It's 3 to 5 or it's 5 to 7. You know, it's the early crowd.
Happy hour used to pop, bro. I remember I used to DJ happy hour gigs.
Yeah, happy hour used to go up.
Is that shit still crack, or
It
are we
was
just off
summer
the
Fridays.
age range for that shit now?
It was the summer Fridays when people get out early and everybody just go get loaded.
How
real
old were
quick.
you? How old are you, bro?
I'm 26.
26. So you still caught like that shit was popping on
Yeah,
Fridays.
Yeah,
I think that shit kind of died down a little bit. I don't know about because of COVID, but that shit died
I think
down.
it did die down though.
I remember people used to talk about going over there for fucking
Yeah.
happy hour. Happy hour used to be a real thing. People
Yeah.
used to build. There were bars that would only open for happy hour.
When the world tried to open back up, it was happy hour again, you know. In certain places.
Nah.
Here, you look.
Ain't there no
You
more.
scrambling.
They got the ever since COVID hit, they got the after hour spot now.
Man,
little
after hours
extra,
ain't never
like-
going in. After hours gonna crack forever.
Yeah.
Have
And
you-
it's just depending on what type of after hours motherfuckers is doing.
What was your first after hours experience?
Oh shit, bro. I was probably like 18. It probably had to be some shit like in the hood. Like some Gardena
Oh, shit,
or Hawthorne shit or something like that. Motherfuckers in there. It's a pool table. Niggas in the corner shooting dice. Like that type of shit.
Was it one of those motorcycle clubs?
Yeah. Yep.
More than
It had to
likely, it's
be.
a motorcycle
Yeah.
club, right? Yeah.
Yep.
You ever been in an after hours spot?
Yeah, I'm doing that since like a minute. I'm gonna say like 16.
Y'all ever went to one of them low key strip clubs?
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
But that was the next one. After my first experience,
always
that was
a
the
plot
next one.
after. So it was the UCLA functions. That was always the after hours when you first got out of high school. And then after that, you 21 now. Now you could go certain places. So. But I used to slide into strip clubs with like Dubs handshakes because the homies was like older than me. So
me and CoolAzzCam
everybody
used to
walk
have-
in like, yeah, bro, throw that money.
Me and CoolAzzCam, we one time connected with somebody that got us some fake IDs, right?
Oh, y'all was on some other shit,
bro. First of all, we had to go into CVS and act like we was going on a cruise to get the passport photos to even shoot it to the people.
But these was to say we was over 21.
Okay,
So we was like, what, 19 at the time?
okay.
And then we got them fucking shits made. We were hitting everything we could hit. Any type of strip club, anything that said 21 and over, we was hitting, bro, off top. Like if it said 21, we was like, let's go in there. We checking it out. We lost. Well, Cam lost his.
How you lose it?
No, they took it from me. They took it from me.
When they take it, you have to finesse, right?
Look, I fucked up. I was at an 18 and over club, right? And I wanted a fucking wristband to drink. I didn't want these niggas to put the big ass X's on my hands.
So
Hell no.
I was like, fuck that.
Listen to this. Fuck that. It was one time we took that shit.
That nigga took that shit and put it in his pocket.
He was jammed already because it was like, fuck.
There used to be a strip club in Bellflower called Fritz, right? And like growing up, I'd always pass by Fritz. So I was always a kid. I'm like, I'm gonna go in there when I get older.
Motherfuckers thought that was the shit.
21 and over, right? As soon as I hit 21, I'm like, I'm gonna go in there. Fuck that. Got a fake ID. Finna stroll in that bitch. CoolAzzCam go first, right? CoolAzzCam hand the security his ID. The security look at it and it's like, look at him and just like kind of start laughing. Did he give it back to you?
He gave it back.
He gave it back.
That's not the time they took it.
That's not the time
But
they
they
took
looked
it.
at yours.
Off the rip.
They was about to let him slide.
Ooh.
But the fact that I was right there and he looked at mine too, he was
He had
like,
to
nah.
let you go.
This shit, bro. I ain't never seen CoolAzzCam so embarrassed.
He gave it back to me and was like, go home.
That's how bad it was. He gave it back to him, and he was so embarrassed, bro. They were like, I don't think we did anything like the rest of that night. Like we went home. Like the night was a wrap after that. Like all the energy, all the positive,
We went to
everything
go
was
smoke.
just sucked out that bitch. Fucking smoke and went home.
Fuck. Fucked up the whole night.
Fucked up the whole night.
We 19, like, man, what the fuck?
Nah, it'd be a few of those nights though. Every time you go out, you spending 100, but it's not always that night you was looking for. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I used to have
But
my
you gonna
money
spend
budgeted.
that 100 though.
I used to have my money budgeted when I went to the strip club, like perfectly. Like when if I
could
took
never get
100,
that shit under
if I took
control.
100, I knew how to do it. Like even to where I
What
would
if
fold
you
my money a
meet
certain
in
way.
a situation and you need more liquor? They're like,
So
and you
I don't
over
drink
here
like that.
playing
So
off like,
listen, I don't drink like that. So my game plan, regardless, is drink the minimum. What's the minimum? 2 drinks. I'm only gonna drink 2 drinks, bro. I don't drink like that.
you might need 3 or 4 depending on what you working
You
with.
need 3. I'm chilling. I'm sitting on the same 2 drinks all night. Shit, if you get that bad, when we used to go to the Barbary Coast and they had water and we used to buy waters, to not buy 2 waters, we go in the bathroom, refill the water in the bathroom, and then walk back outside like we got a fresh ass water.
Yeah, y'all was on some
And tell the
shit.
waitress, like, don't ask me nothing.
alright.
Me
You
and
better
Cool-
not bother me right
I'm not gonna
now.
say I've had strippers yell from the back talking about I'm not going out there, fuck that, they not tipping, and the homies are sitting here like, come out, bitch, like some shit like that. Like sunlight's
fuck?
still out and we in that bitch. We ain't got nothing to do. Like
It's only us. It ain't nobody else there.
You know what I
It's
mean?
just
Like
the homies. 'Cause
like
that's-
no DJ. They got a fucking they got
playing
a
on the
jukebox playing on the side.
They all had to put $1 in there
to play. So it already cost the bitch $1 to come out, and we ain't tipping shit. So they're like, nah, that dance gonna cost me $1. Like I ain't dancing. It's a bad. I understand the business decision, but still, like, bitch, I paid to get in, and I drank my 2 waters. Like you, you come out and shake that shit.
For real. Hey, you funny, bro. That was hilarious.
I'm just saying, like it's gotten that real, you know.
So, what made you want to start rapping?
Oh man, back to the topic. What made you want to start rapping? Honestly, bro, I started off as a musician, so I didn't really want to rap. I just figured like I play the drums, I play the keys, I make beats, I got songs with artists. All right, let's do a tape. I have a beat tape. try to get something going.
Right.
And then I realized like everybody move off their own timing, so I start writing. That's why I say you could make a project over a year and a half, and then we move on to the contrary. But what made me want to rap is that everybody in the area just was on their own timing. I don't think the music was the priority. So I felt like, okay, there's a space that I could fill.
Okay, there's a void.
There's a void of I care about like actually doing it. Like, you know, that's how
cool.
I felt.
There's a lot of people that don't see that because they're just not. I think it might take a step back for you to look at that and be able to recognize that, because a lot of people are so into what they're doing, especially if they're focused, like I was talking about, focusing on one thing, that they don't even step back and go like, oh shit, like I can actually broaden, or I can actually do another thing and still incorporate in what I'm already doing, not necessarily like take that whole lane, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I feel like, you know, with the recent tragic situations that's happened in LA. It's not new. It's unfortunate, but it showed that, you know, if you rapping, you should rap about something, because, you know, anything can happen, and, you know, what you put out there is important. Yeah. So that's the core of why I started rapping.
It's crazy because a lot of people, I think about it like that as far as putting out a project. It would be like somebody back in the day putting out a speech. Right? Or even putting out an article, putting out a book. To be able to put out a project, that's one whole work of art showing an expression of yourself. You know what I mean? That would be like you writing a short story. You know what I mean? Especially because, I don't know, not in the literal sense, but a lot of people put pen to paper. It's the same fucking thing. You're just reciting your music, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And to be able to express shit like that, that's some shit that a lot of people can't even like start to do. You know, there's a lot of people that aren't even creative enough to do some shit like that.
That's how I feel, and it's a challenge. But, you know, deciding to want to do something and then understand what's required from you at the same time is important.
Yeah. What was your first like roadblock that you found within that, as far as having to separate the two?
Okay, having a single that you will call like your core likes, and then having a record that can give you a chance to get heard.
Okay.
Understanding the two, and understanding it's still music, but understand the two.
Right.
You can do both at the same time, which is great. You can do either or, which is still good. And if I some way somehow get both done, that will just.
Are you looking for both to come together on one song, or would you be like, all right, I have a project and I have two different people I'm trying to satisfy on this. Three, if you think about it, yourself, right? So he's like, I got 3 different people I'm trying to satisfy on this shit. Do you put a whole project together to satisfy all 3, or are you looking for that one song to satisfy all 3?
I've tried both. I'm more fine-tuning the formula to go and broaden and get the wider reach, because I'm recognized locally. So I must know that if I perform last Friday at the Vermont opening, you know, DJ Quick, West Coast legend, if I continuously do that, then each month I drop a single, I'll be doing the right PR marketing, you know? It'll be efficient. And I feel like that's the formula that I see is like, okay, it's starting to work, because...
How long did it take you to find that formula?
Oh, man. 2017 to August 2021.
Oh shit, it's about 4 years.
3.5.
Oh, 3.5 years.
Yeah, understanding that.
That's solid shit.
I mean, a lot of things come with experience.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, the cool part about that is I don't know anybody to compare it with, and a lot of things that I do, because I'm not around a lot of people that do the same thing that I do, and it might be a bad thing, but in a positive way for me. I'm not around a lot of people that do what we do. I'm not influenced by them.
Okay, I understand.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it sometimes to be like that, it's beneficial, you know?
It's growth.
It's growth.
It's stepping back and understand I don't know everything. So if I don't try, then what they say, ignorance is bliss. Yeah. What you're not aware of and what you don't think is there, you just naive to it.
You're naive to it, yeah.
It don't exist.
That's exactly what it is. Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if it's not growing yearly, then what's going on?
Yeah. That's another thing that you have to pay attention to. You have to pay attention to growth. You know, because I understand there'll be years where it's like, damn, this year's down, but next year will be growth. As long as you can grow from there, then there's something to look forward to.
Thank you.
A lot of people look at things and they say, "Oh, it's gonna get worse from here. It's gonna get worse from here." It doesn't have to get worse from here.
No, you can learn from what it is.
Yeah. And part of me saying that shit is telling myself that shit, you know what I mean? Because like right now I feel like I'm in a rut where I don't know where the fuck I'm going, But so to say it out loud even makes it feel more powerful, Because I'm like right now I'm in a situation where I feel like it's down. Okay, it's down now. What the fuck is it gonna be next year? It has to be. And the best part about it is next year's around the corner, B.
Thank you.
So
you don't even have to wait for next year. You could use today.
And I just carry
Make
on.
a record today.
I carry on exactly. I carry on that energy into the rest of my year because I'm looking forward to next year. So in looking forward to next year, it makes me want to prepare for next year.
Adding to what you're saying, this year 2021 was the first year I built my studio, and I was able. Thank you very much because that's very important. You know what I'm saying? And to be able to make 45 records this year, to put out 5, never did that before. And that's just the beginning.
And that shit's dope, bro, because like we were talking about convenience earlier. The convenience to get up and go to your own space, to not have to pay somebody to do something. You know what I mean? To be able to express yourself.
Exponential growth is ridiculous.
Exactly. To be able to and think about how much more creative it makes you because you don't feel confined to these however many hours that you blocked out for the schedule.
If it's writer's block, that's fine. Lay down. Just relax.
Yeah.
Do something. It's right there.
Exactly. And I can
ain't going nowhere.
I can identify. I'm pretty sure CoolAzzCam can identify with that shit. Having your own space to be able to be creative.
Yeah, that's
mandatory. You know what I mean? Because like, as crazy as it sounds, if it was a situation where somebody was to hit us up and be like, "Hey, bro, got a dope ass interview. A dope ass person was to come on the show. He can only do 2 in the morning because he's only in town for blah blah blah, whatever." But it's somebody dope, somebody we want to have on the show. We have the ability to pull up and say, "Fuck it, we could do that shit." We don't have to schedule it with anybody or run it by anybody besides each other to have to go, "Okay, oh shit, now we got to figure out how to make this shit happen." Nah, bro, now it's just pull up.
We can pull up and make it happen because we built like that.
Exactly, just built like that.
It took us time to get built like that, but that's what we prepared for.
And you can put together 45 fucking songs just to get 5 songs out.
Just to get 5 out, and you only pay one process of 2,000. You didn't have to. Okay, I gotta go back again because I didn't like how that line sounds, so I gotta pay another 200 minimum, and then
right.
You talk about the efficiency though. Talk about the efficiency, and with every song that you write, you get better.
Yes.
So within you writing 45 fucking songs more than you would have wrote if you had to pay for a studio, you just got that much better off paying for your own shit. And a lot of people apply that shit to smaller things like that. But you can apply that shit to big things. You want to sit there and you think, why this rich ass person has a jet. It might be more fucking efficient for that motherfucker to have a jet. It might be cheaper for him to have a jet.
He got places to be.
He got places to be.
He got money to collect, cash too.
People might not understand that person with the jet might be giving whole seminars telling you, "Oh, you
how
can
to get
have
your
a jet,
jet
just like me."
That's the crazy part.
But they don't want to listen to him.
So many
All he
people
trying to do is
feel
sell you his book and give you the game.
Yeah.
So many
real.
people
feel
don't
like
even
want to invest in that.
It's the gatekeepers.
That's real.
There have been so many gatekeepers in the past that people already have that in their head, and they don't realize that there's people that are actually putting their hand out and trying to help. So that when you see somebody trying to put their hand out and help, you kind of go, like, "I'm not sure." You know what I mean?
Because you already conditioned. To know, like, something's off.
Exactly. So with you going, something's off, you don't even reach out. As a matter of fact, you might even become a fucking hater when it comes to that shit. You know what I mean? You know how many times I sat by and I've watched like those motivative speakers and shit like that, and they'll have the infomercials 2:00 in the morning, and I'm watching that shit, and I'm like, "Man, you full of shit." Blah 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 blah, whatever. But they're rich for a fucking reason. And if they're willing to give up any type of gain, yes, they do gain something from it. They're going to get some type of financial gain.
That's just a part of it.
That's a part of it. But at the same time, if I could make you fucking feel better for whatever the fuck you paying me, bitch, like, fucking pay me. And don't hate on me for that shit.
That's like if I sell a ticket and you came for an experience.
Exactly.
It's still my job to entertain you.
Exactly.
But maybe I don't see myself as an entertainer. You know?
Yeah.
The thin line between the two.
Yeah.
Right.
I see that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I see that shit.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I feel you, though.
That's crazy, man. So, you talk about doing shows. What's the best show that you felt that you've done as far as maybe the biggest show that you've done or where you felt you've done the best or performed the best or you might have put, like, track list together, like, the best?
I'm gonna say the most important thus far. My first show that I created myself, where I had artists come and open up, and vendors and pop up shops and all that. So I closed that. But that one, I learned that I can't overspend. So that's what really taught me, like, oh, this is how the game work. You gotta spend less to make more. And then the second show will be the most recent show at the Vermont, because it's the biggest show to date. And it was just a vibe.
What was that like?
The sound system, I ain't never performed with a sound system like that.
Let me tell you something about DJ Quick.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about DJ Quick. DJ Quick got one of them ears, bro.
Yes.
To where it has to sound perfect.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure that he did a walkthrough and made sure every fucking thing sounded perfect. Because I've heard stories about him doing sound checks, bro, and he don't fuck around with the sound check. Because he has that engineer's, producer's ear, like he knows what everything is supposed to sound like, especially when it comes to like acoustics and things, you know what I mean?
That was the learning curve.
Yep. That was a learning curve. And I mean, like, within experiencing that, you know, you were able to just be like, okay, this is what some shit's supposed to sound like. Now I know what shit's supposed to sound like.
There you go. So now you go.
Now you respect that.
And then that's the growth of being in that phase of, oh, stuff's down. Well, now you just got opportunity to learn what it's supposed to sound like on that level. How would you have gotten that experience this year if you didn't try?
If you didn't try, exactly. Like, even if the show went so-so for you, you got to experience that. You at least know what the fucking shit's supposed to sound like.
You know what it's
so
supposed to sound like.
So now when you pull up to different venues, you know the difference. You know what legit and not legit is.
Thank you.
And I've had to do plenty of shit gigs to know what legit and not legit is. You know what I mean?
It matters. A lot of artists will tell you if the sound not right, not pulling up.
Yeah. It's a big thing.
For the respect of the music, you know?
It's a big thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people, and I was thinking about like the respect of the music and the way a lot of different artists perform. I know a lot of artists that when they put projects together, not only are they thinking about how it's going to sound, but they're thinking about how they would perform it off top.
Yeah.
And I think that's another level that people add to like being an artist. Is thinking, all right, not only is it going to sound good in the car, but what is it going to sound like when I perform it?
Right.
How am I going to perform this? They think about, like, even when they lay down vocals and shit like that, like, all right, when I perform this, I'm going to have to do this, this, and this. If you're thinking that much ahead in the game, I got two homeboys that think like that.
That's the key.
And they when they perform, it shit's on point, and it sounds exactly how it's supposed to sound. And those are the type of people that when you listen to them sing live or perform live, they go, damn, it sounds just like the fucking album. Right. Or even like when they go on like Tiny Desk. You watch Tiny Desk concerts, it's even like a step above. You know what I mean? That shit's fucking cool. Would you ever think about doing it like a Tiny Desk type of performance?
Yeah, that would be with a record called So Them Say. And that record was 2020, and the reviews, I was intrigued by it because it said like political but influential, and I was like, okay, that doesn't make me feel high, that doesn't make me feel low. It's just a couple of words, but what do those words mean? Okay, so that record must motivate, it must be a call to action, it must resonate, and that's that record. When I learned, okay, when you perform this, you gonna get people to be like, okay, I felt that, bro.
Yeah.
And that's the type of reaction that you got when you performed it?
That's exactly. I Catch One in October. October, what was that, October 15th, October 16th? I did that show, and I had performed that one there, but I didn't perform it at the next show because I know, different venue for different songs.
There's a lot of people that don't think that far and don't think like that, you know what I mean? They think about the space that they're in, the crowd that they're going to be in, like what type of event it is. They don't ever think about that, and they'll put out whatever type of performance. Like, they don't curate. A lot of people don't curate their own music.
And when you ask me, what about the show that you made your best playlist? The most recent show, because now it's 7 songs. So now when I think about, like, you ask me about restaurants, I'm thinking about cardio now. Cause that's real shit. You just curated a 7-song playlist. That's real shit. You know what I'm saying?
There's breathing techniques that go into that.
It's a whole mindset. So yeah, man.
It's difficult to think of, like I said, a lot of people don't think about the cardio part when it comes to that. A lot of people don't think about
it's a whole package.
Yeah, the breathing that you have to do, or they don't think about, all right, is this, I'm gonna be sitting my ass down, or am I jumping around? Like, how am I gonna perform this shit? You know, and a lot of people feed off of energy, and it's like, if the energy is high in the fucking building, then I'm gonna be jumping around. Right. So I better have my fucking cardio right, B.
That's right.
Facts.
Yes, sir. But man, look, time's up already. This shit go by fast. Hey, bro, before we dip out, bro, you want to plug anything? Like I said, put anything out there. Give them where they can find your music.
Oh, man, y'all can check my music out on Spotify. You know, Lincoln Roy, LINCOLNROY. I got a new record coming out January called Coastin'. It's hip-hop, you know, reggae fusion. Trap drums with the, you know, roots reggae samples and, you know, flows.
That sounds dope.
So that's coming top of the year 2022. So right now we just taking care of business.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yes, sir.
CoolAzzCam, where they find you at, bro?
Y'all can follow me at CoolAzzCam. COOLAZZCAM.
Yes, sir. You can find me at I Am DJ Punch. You can find the podcast at the FMI Podcast. Find Innovative Culture at innovative.culture. Hit us up. Subscribe to the website, theinnovative.culture. Follow us on all platforms. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. The whole Shabam Boo, baby. We out this bitch. Peace.
So them said, pick up arms to make our way. Him no have no home, no proof. Cause the system make the rules. I might live by Jah the roots. Man will have a car, a roof. Who Jah bless, no man curse. This is life, every verse. LR is back, switch up the flow, yeah, just like that. Grew up on the block where oppression be at, where the rich folks don't want their kids hanging at. Where you get turned out just like that. Truth be told, that I only spit facts. Younger than the block, get caught up in the trap. Is it for the lust or the love of the cash? Wait, hold up, let me take a step back. They kneel on your neck, take your life like that. I've been on the search where the culture be at. United as one as the plot, holler back. They look down on the say we was thugs. Parents not around, we missed out on love. Working 2 jobs, make it where I'm from. Some go to school, some sell drugs. From the Caribbean to the States. For the grants, brand facts, make a play. Mom was 16, now I ride 16s, copper OZ. What's reality to a dream, I started in the back cause the trap, but it's a rap race to the bank, Sing a song, make a million, hustle hard, ain't no ceilings, LR, just come with a reason. Still can't escape the feelings, the cops patrolling the hood. The old lady said, the youth them up to no good. Shaking my head, we just misunderstood. City life, crime rates, him a rebel, move dope, move pills, move pounds. This is a stick up, don't move like a pawn. Can't let Babylon keep them down.